What's going on, y'all? Ever since I made my little video slash trailer of the multi-ship build, I've been having a bunch of people on Facebook and like the groups that I'm in and some YouTube comments asking, how do you make multiple ships? I'm going to show you guys that. Sadly, this is going to be only for the PC. Um, no mods are available for consoles yet, sadly. Uh, I'll show you guys how to actually make like multi ships here, as you can see. See? Multiple ships, fire, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the shipbuilder. Okay, so here we are in the shipbuilder. So before we get started showing you guys what you need to do in order to make these multi ships here, you're going to need a few mods, and I'll show you guys those mods right now. So the mods that you're going to need, I'm going to pull this over here. And most of you might already have these mods if you're doing any kind of modding for Starfield anyways. But the first mod you're going to need is bigger ship size limit. And what this is it's a really easy file. It's a bat file. For those that aren't familiar with bat files, it's just a text file that you'll put inside your um, Starfield game folder, the main folder. And so you can take this. It's just the size, basically, how big you want to be able to expand your ship. It's just letting you know that be wary if you land in like Atlantic City or anywheres. You might clip through the buildings. It's not a big deal. But it lets you build. So it all depends on how strong your rig is. So what you do is you'll download the file manually. Um, times 2 vanilla times twice the size of the ship is what it means. So you do slow download, and I'll do this for you guys. I'm not going to install it because I already have it installed. Let's see here. Where is my Starfield folder? Okay, so you'll bring your Starfield folder over here. So this is your main Starfield folder, where like the launcher is. If you're not familiar, program 80, or you'll go to your hard drive, program 86, Steam apps, click on Commons, and then Starfield. So this is the main directory. You're going to take that file that you just downloaded. You're going to open it up if you have an archive, and you're going to get this right here, this zip or this text file. You want to take this text file and you want to drag it into your main Starfield folder. That's it. That's all you got to do. So when you go to your shipbuilder, after you put that text file in here, that doesn't mean you automatically get to build as big as you want. Now you have to come back to the game. You have to hit your console command and type bat. So let's say that again. Sorry, bat space ship SIZE, and then you'll see a bunch of commands come up, and that's letting you know it's now expanded your ship building capabilities. And you have to do this every time you go into the ship builder. If you make an oversized ship, the ship size goes back to default, so it won't change your ship once it's edited and saved. But if you go back into the ship builder and you go to edit your ship, it won't allow you to add more pieces because it'll say your ship's too big until you use this back command again. So you have to use it every time you go in the ship builder. That's it. That's the caveat with that. So now we can build as big as we want. Now the other mods that you're going to want now, and these are easy to download mods too. I have a guide on installing mods with Vortex because when this game first came out, Vortex wasn't installing the mods properly in the proper spot. I've got a guide that shows you how to do that. It's really easy, super simple. But you're going to want all these mods here, and these are from the same mod author. So these are basically, it removes limits on certain parts of the ship so you don't get, oh, you've got too many of this, you got too many of that, can't hold them. It gets rid of pretty much all your restrictions. So that it's called no landing bay or docker limit. So you can have as many dockers or landing bays as you want. But this mod author here is who uploaded it, and he has all his mods here. So the links to all of them are here. So no bay docker limits. You are here. This is the mod. No build below bay area. So you can build below your docking area and you won't get no errors. I think I forgot to install that actually. No cockpit limit. If you've seen some of my videos, I've got multiple cockpits in some of my builds. No engine power limit. So you can have as many engines as you want. No grav drive weight limit. Minimum landing gear. So you can actually put no landing gear on your ship if you don't want to. No reactor class requirements, so you can have a C class with whatever your perk is. No reactor limit, so you can have as many reactors as you want, make your ship as powerful as you want. No shield limit, give your ship as many shields as you want. No unattached module error. That's one of the most annoyingest things that you can get when you're in your shipbuilder is the unattached this or unattached that, and you can't always figure out what the frig is not attached. With this, don't got to worry about it, and it's one of the key components to making the multiple ship build. So definitely download this one. And then no weapon power or count limits, so you can put as many guns as you want. That doesn't mean different types. You can still have only up to 3 different types of weapons, but you can have as many of those as you want. So if you got a missile launcher, you can put 20 missile launchers on, 20 lasers, and 20 other whatever weapon you want. That is basically what that means. So download and install all of these, which isn't hard, takes a few minutes, and that's it. Then you're ready to roll. So once we're here, as you can see, ship module count. Ship has too many modules. Ship size exceeds maximum length and width. I just did the bat. I did it while I was in here, so that'll go away. Those errors will go away once I try to. Once I go back into the shipbuilder, that error will go away. See, now the errors are gone away because I used the bat file to make my ship build it bigger. Now, to make multiple ships of any size, you kind of got to make the game think that basically this is all one ship, just with space in between the parts because there's no missing module or unattached module errors here. And that's basically what this is. This is basically one big ship, but I've put the parts together to make it look like they're separate ships. And what I did to do that was forget about these 4 ships on top. Let's focus on the very bottom ship. Raise him up above. I just want to get it where there's light. Okay, so let's pretend all those other ships aren't here except this one. Basically what I did was copy and pasted all of these parts and just snapped them together to make these. Now the only difference is I've got one cockpit. You can have multiple cockpits, but because the ships aren't attached, you'll get an unattached, you'll get a weird error with your cockpits. So if I had all these ships attached by a part, I could put multiple regular cockpits on all of them and not have that error. But because if I tried to put cockpits on all of these, they won't. You'll get an error. You'll get a weird error about it. So one has to have a cockpit. One has to have a grav drive, and in a landing bay and docker. So this is your main one. So all these other clones don't have a landing bay, they don't have a cockpit, and they don't have a grav drive. So you just want to have one main ship that has everything. And then other than that, these are just cosmetics. So you have all your engine parts, your weapons. This hab is the closest thing I came to having like something that looks like a cockpit, and I'll show you guys what that mod is right now, because it's a mod. It's a custom hab. It's a corner piece hab, which is actually a pretty nice hab, to be honest. Where are you at here? This mod here, Cobb Starship Customs, and it's just a hab here. So you go over here. As you can see, it's a Stroud. It's the Stroud shape hab, but I connected them both together. When they're both side by side, they look like a cockpit. So that's what I used for the cockpits here. But in principle, like I said, all you want to do, and I'll probably do like a quick little video for you guys just to show you what I did. So just copy and paste. So you want to do it layer by layer to make it easier. And because of that no unattached module, And I'm sorry, guys. I know this is late in the video, and I was supposed to say this at the beginning. Um, I'm sorry to flood you guys with this information. I don't really have a script when I do this, but you also have to edit your build ship build tolerance. And what that does is it lets you build inside of other parts. So you're going to want to go to your starfield custom ini, which is in my documents. Um, I'll do a quick little side by side for you guys. I really wish I would have said this at the beginning. Sorry, guys. So go to documents, then go to my games. This is where mine is anyways. Then go to starfield, and then you want to click on starfield custom ini if you have that. If you're modding, you should already have that done. Once you have that, then I already have the text file up here. Where'd I put it? So here under spaceship, so if you don't, this is what you want. If you don't have a section in your custom ini for spaceships, just take a look at this here. And I'll probably post this on my YouTube so you guys can copy and paste it. But basically, this is what you want the line to have. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to override certain things. Like as you can see here, like I got my fuel tank on top of this. So I can actually snap pieces together. And that will actually help you with more creative builds. And if I wanted to, I could separate that and leave that like that. And when I go join the game, it'll look like that. There'll be that gap, that space. It'll still recognize us because we have the no unattached module error mod installed and ship tolerance. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, to make one of these, to make a clone in practice, you guys can do this with your own ship too, is basically just layer by layer. Just make to make it easier for you, just build your ship in pieces. Actually, sorry. So you can see there's shields underneath there. I usually connect that cockpit so that it flows with that. Bump, 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 bump. So we'll lift the first layer up. And then we've got the second layer here. So bang, bang, bang. You can only copy so many pieces at once, so that's why I'm kind of doing it this way. The game has a limit on how many items you can copy at once. So we'll lift that up. And this is just to make it easier to make your ship. I like those, that, and that. Oh, see, I missed a piece here. Hey, where's that piece coming from? Is that an extra piece? Oh, that's just an extra piece. Okay. So that actually doesn't need to be there. Let's just do that again. And shields. So now basically what you want to do is just copy the extra parts. So bam, 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 bam. Copy. Too many modules selected for duplication. See, because I got down there. See, it won't let you, it'll only let you copy so many pieces. That's why it's just do it in chunks. Now I can copy. See, I can move these over. And same here. Copy. Oh, too many pieces. So I think it's because of the weapons. Because I've copied these flat parts before. So let's deselect the weapons. There's a little bit of tedious stuff to do with this sometimes, but it's worth it in the end. So that, deselect that. And I should be able to, there we go. Copy that. I can just put the weapons on later. This is just a quick little guide to show you how you can do this. And then again, copy. And so now, basically have two ships. So what I did was, like I said, you got to remember that these all technically are all together is one ship, just with spaces in between. So I would get rid of this cockpit because the main ship, this one here, has a cockpit already. So I would just delete this and basically just took these two halves, like I said here before, copied them, and this is when you got to play around with the ship tolerance and the snapping a little bit. And I just make sure these are on the same level. And kind of see how I can build inside. Just do that. And then put these pieces back. And bang, 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 bang. Now bring these back down. I think that goes back. Not the edit. This guy. This guy is a long one. There we go. And then the same here. Except I would remove this docker, because you can't have multiple dockers. And grav drive. And just fill that in with space. Remember, one ship, your main ship has to have all the required parts like the grav drive and stuff. But you'll figure it out once you get it fooling around with it enough. And then bring this up. And go. I think we're going back one more. No, that's what we wanted. And up one. So we'll just copy that piece. And then that piece. But sort of like that, guys. And as you can see, I know it's not exact. I'm just rushing through this just to show you guys like the principle, what you got to do. But that's it. So now I've just made an extra ship, and it'll actually stay in that position. I don't want to save because I don't want to ruin the configuration I got now. But that's basically the principles of what I did. Just copied and paste, and just make sure that, like I said, your main ship has the cockpit. It's the only ship that should have the cockpit, the grav drive, and landing bay and docker. And that's it. So let's cancel modification. And just to give you a little troubleshoot, just in case, because the game can be finicky with like it can still be finicky with like ship positions and stuff. Like with this, the issue I was having was the docking position for this. If I bring it up to here, I'm going to get an error. And that error is going to be that the docker, invalid docking module position, because I have it on the bottom. Or if I had it on the top, I'd have the same issue because it's not at the lowest point or the highest point of where I have it on. So it's on the bottom of my ship. So it has to be the lowest point of all these different sections, heights. You can get that sometimes. That might happen. My solution was just to make my main ship at the bottom. And now that error's gone. And yeah, that's just one of the things you got to fiddle around with. But yeah, guys, that's how you make multiple ships. It will work in principle with pretty much any size that you want to make. Let's exit this. And this is what it'll look like when it's complete. As you can see, the game thinks that these are all just one big it's one ship. It just has space in between because there's none of that unattached modules. But they are solid pieces, so you can land on them. Oh, okay, now that's a custom mod, so that might not have the right collisions on the outside, but there we go. So these are still solid pieces, as you can see. But plus you'd want your main ship to be at the bottom anyway, so you can actually get on it without having to fly. And I'll show you guys a little visual of taking off. go. They showed all my ships lifting off. So, if we get out of our seat, see, they all fire at once because the game thinks it's one ship, right? So they'll all fire at once. They'll fire their missiles all at once. Yeah, there's just one big ship. It just thinks it's one big ship. So if we get out, and I turn my collisions off for my character, the game literally thinks I'm inside of a ship. Hold on. And see, you can go inside the hab. But basically, this is just an empty ship. I'm not really trying to get inside of it, so there's not really any doorways. You don't really need any doorways. And this is where you're going to have a bunch of clipping anyways, because I just jammed pieces in here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hold on a sec. So we'll get back in our ship. Now you can make them in whatever configuration you want. But that's it, guys. Hope this helped. Hope you guys get some cool ideas on some ship builds you may want to do. This drove me crazy because when I was at home, or at work, sorry, this just popped in my head. I was like, holy crap, wait, I could probably make multiple ships. I couldn't wait to get home to try and do this. I'm pretty sure I'm the first one to come up with this concept, and I'm proud of that. Prove me wrong. But yeah, this is it, guys. Hope you like it. Hope to see some interesting builds from you guys if you're on any of the Facebook groups I'm in, or if you're on YouTube or anything. And yeah, go crazy. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'll end this video with like a little trailer that I made for this.
I walk on. I am unable to think. I am empty.
They took out King's Bridge! Air Defense Command has ordered an evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Grace Maria. You've got to be nuts! Listen! The plan is to withdraw, meet up with all remaining forces from each area. All stricken team members assemble for takeoff. For the glory of our country. Then regroup for a counterattack.
You have to leave now. As far away from here as you can. They're coming from the sky.
Launch. Go side to all forces. We must implement an emergency reformation. Garuda team, thought you could use some cover. What's this? Missiles? Let's do this, Garuda 1!